Alrighty traders, quick little market update of what happened today. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into today's update. Let's start off with the good old Nasdaq. So it's the Nasdaq today, pretty much a nothing day today. We had a bit of a double top formation here. But one thing that I'm really noticing and focusing on when it comes to this Nasdaq chart is that we're seeing this really big move to the upside. Then we come down and then we've come back up through to here. So I would not be too surprised to see this thing have a little bit more upside. If it does, it's probably going to be a fake out, guys, because we've done all this move to the upside. We're getting, again, we're at sort of the end of this phase through here. And we're probably getting ready for a nice good pullback in the markets here. We don't know exactly when that's going to be. And the market doesn't just go straight down. But if we do get a little upside there, it's probably going to be the end of that type of move from there when it comes to the the Nasdaq chart there. And you can see here the Nasdaq 100. There's a lot of resistance around that 15,500. So we may have one last little push to the upside. But this is not the start of a really big move, right? This is the end of this big move. Then we need a pullback, and then away we go again. Anyway, onto the Dow and onto the S&P 500. We could see here that on the S&P 500, we have a lot of resistance through here, a lot of resistance through here, and now we've got a lot of resistance all through here as well too. So 4,500 is the level of resistance through there. That we're getting, and again, so if we do get a little push to the upside, guys, there's a lot of resistance through here. So again, this is not the start of a really big move. We've already had a nice move up. The market needs a bit more of a resting phase, a bit more of a pullback, probably for the next month or two, and then away we go again from that perspective through there. So that's the S&P 500. The Dow Jones, pretty much nothing down the Dow Jones, but we are still squeezing up into this overall triangle pattern. So this is what's happening on the Dow Jones through here. So a lot of resistance through here, a lot of support all the way through here as well too. So that's what we're getting all through there when it comes to the Dow Jones. Now, when we're talking about like the AI bubble stocks, like if we have a look at Meta, this is Meta, okay? Meta gap, Meta gap, Meta gap, mega gap, mega gap, mega gap, Meta gap, Meta gap. Which one? Both? Okay. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just having a bit of fun. I'm having a bit of fun by myself, really. Meta had a bit of an update today. And so this is probably going to be, again, guys, we're getting towards the end of this. This AI bubble is about to burst. And you can see here that Meta has a major level of resistance where it is right now. And look at this towering move up, right? This is a towering move up. And again, I know that we haven't got the pullback yet, but we are definitely going to get that sharp pullback from here. And the worst thing you can do, again, it's coming, right? So we may get one last little push to the upside on Meta, but away we go to the downside, MSFT, which is a good old MSFT. All right, good old Microsoft through here as well too. We can see Microsoft sort of really slowing down. So Microsoft's definitely, I shouldn't say definitely, but Microsoft is one of those markets that is slowing down. Now, what I mean by slowing down is this, right? So we can see here, let me bring it up through to here, right? So we can see here that we have strong pullback, strong, and now look what's happening. We're slowing down through here, right? So now we're probably going to get something like that happening in the markets through there. So there you can see up, right, up, and then starting to slow down now. We're sort of a bit of a head and shoulder formation here as well too. So I do see Microsoft's one of those really weak one, guys, that I am expecting to see Microsoft right now here. I am expecting to see something like that coming out of Microsoft real soon, actually. So if we go look at the hourly chart, as soon as we break past this 330 level, then I would expect to see quite a 10% drop or so out of the Microsoft. There you go. Out of Microsoft. Microsoft's definitely one of those really weak ones out of that one through there. Let's go look at NVDA. Nvidia's also here. Shoulder, head, potential right shoulder as well too. You can see today, bit of a hanging man or whatever you want to call it, but that's where we're at right now. We're at that level there. We're sort of slowing down through here. Once again, we go to the hourly charts. We are definitely slowing down with this pattern through here, guys. So I would expect to see more downside to come out of these AI bubble stocks. The thing about these AI bubble stocks, guys, is that they have just held up just a little bit longer than I originally thought. But my overall thesis is that we're about to see a really good pullback. I just don't know the timing of that, when that's going to start. It may have already started. We may have been topping out now for the last week or so, and then we see the big move down. So I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be, but when it does, guys, when it does start to happen, guess what? It's going to really start to move fast on you. We're going to get some big movement in these AI bubble stocks from that there. So if we have a look at Tesla, SLA, right? Another AI bubble stock, a bit of a gap here, guys. Again, I would not want to be trying to go long Tesla right now. Actually, I'm not telling anyone to go long right now. Because you just actually, I'm not recommending anyone to do anything, right? I'm just telling you what I'm seeing right now in the markets, right? Bit of a gap up through here. We're almost at this level of resistance. So if we have a little bit more upside on Tesla, we're right at that long resistance. Then we're probably gonna. So we may even get something like this, right? Bit of a push to the upside, hit resistance, and then come back down and close that gap as well too there. So what else we've got here? We've got Adobe. Let's have a look at Adobe. Let's see what's happening with Adobe there. Adobe just sort of flattening out, as you can see. So really just flattening out, up, sideways, and just really. How many times can I say that? Really, just really flattening out through here. But again, once again, guys, I do expect to see some form of a pullback. If I bring up my moving average, this is my 52 moving average through here. You can see we're pretty far away from here. So we may just continue sideways and let the moving average catch up. But if I was sort of a betting man, I would say we're probably going to get a bit of a pullback from here to here. Right, there's from that point there. Little rally up, sideways, and then a drop through there. So let's go look at Apple. Apple also, look, as you can see, Apple had one last little push to the upside. I do believe, let's go to this chart here. As you can see, Apple did what? Gap up and a big up bar. Guess what that is there? That is probably now the top in Apple, and Apple's now probably likely to start its descent to the downside. The problem with what I just said there is that I don't know how that's going to play out. Is it going to do this like that? Or is Apple going to do something like this, where it comes down, it bounces and does something like that, and then starts to roll over to create that there, right? Create a movement up and then a movement down. But Apple is at the end of its move right now, guys. And I would not want to be fighting Apple, right? Especially not where it is right now. Apple about to get crushed in the market, right? So that's what I'm looking at through there, guys. There's a lot of the AI stocks that I'm looking at through there, but I would not want to be fighting these AI stocks right now, guys. These AI stocks right now are definitely in the mix of a massive bubble still. And remember that when this thing starts to trigger, it could trigger fast, and we could start to see within 1 week a retracement of what has taken a few months for these things to go up.